Hi guys, it's Stephen at Adelaide RV. We're talking about towing mirrors today. Okay, so what are your legal obligations when you're towing a caravan or a camper trailer or a wind-up camper, whatever it might be, sometimes even a trailer, when it comes to your mirrors on the car and whether you need to extend them? So the police officially, to check it, wind down both front windows, measure from the outside of the mirror on one side to the outside of the other side. This one, 2200 millimeters. So if what is behind your car is narrower than that measurement, you're fine. You can just use your normal car mirrors. It's when it's greater than that that you need to start looking into extendable tow mirrors. Okay, we've now measured a few caravans. All caravans are basically 2.3 meters or 7.5 feet wide. That's excluding the awning though. So the awning typically is going to be about 100 mil extra. So if you think it's 2.4 meters wide, the basics of that means it's 200 mil wider than your average car's width for the mirrors. You do need tow mirrors. Even our Land Cruiser here that are big cars, 2.3 wide is still not wide enough that you don't have tow mirrors in place. So now we'll go and have a look at some of the versions of tow mirrors that you can look at. So here we have a few options of what we'd call a temporary mirror, so not something that stays on your car all the time. So these ones just screw in, hang on to your mirror casing, can be adjusted a little bit, and typically will vibrate a heck of a lot when you're driving. They tend to vibrate. Sometimes the wind can hit them and it folds your mirror in as well. These ones typically between $50 and $100. Nice and simple, you can keep them in the back of the car and just put them on when you need to. Just recently driving across to Melbourne, I saw 7 of these type of mirror on the side of the road. So obviously people aren't tightening them up enough. So make sure it's not going to damage the car by tightening those up really securely, but it might save you a little bit of money and some searching at some point. The most popular one on the right here. So this one is the Malenco Grand Aero. So they do these with a few different style of casing on the mirror. Sometimes they're a little bit more aerodynamic, sometimes a little bit larger. But typically this is what people are going to have, between $100, $200, depending on where you buy them. Very good once they're secure on the car. But again, these are the ones that I saw 7 of on the way to Melbourne. So again, people just aren't tightening them enough. They will still vibrate a fair bit while you're traveling. But again, if you're only going to be traveling a few weeks of the year and you want something that take the van out, get it set up, these are great without putting the big mirrors that fit to your car. So the next one we're going to look at are the big mirrors. So this Land Cruiser is fitted with the Clearview version 2. So the version 2, more slimline. The Dumbo is, which is version 1, that's their nickname, which is a lot bigger. We'll put a photograph up to see. So the version 2 was smaller, electrically controlled, obviously still manual extension. But there are 2 mirrors on this one. This one does have the extra camera underneath for the bird's eye view system. But yeah, a great option. It also has things like detection of traffic in the side mirrors for side assist, things like that as well. And we'll have a look. We've got one with version 3, which is even more compact. We'll go and have a look at. Here we have the Clearview Gen 3 mirror. So this one just happens to be on a customer's car in the car park, but we've had a chat and said, can we please make a video of it? So the Gen 3 obviously is a much more slimline, smaller, very much like almost a normal car side mirror. So again, still extends manually all the way out, but your electrics are connected to it so you can electronically adjust it inside. Indicators are built into it as well. And so sometimes they'll also still have a camera system available as well. So as you go up, fitted typically just over $1,000, but yeah, well worth looking into. So hopefully that's taken some of the confusion out of tow mirrors. We want to try and make it as simple as possible for you. Just remember as well, when you do put your tow mirrors on, always double check that they're in the right position. The right-hand tow mirror, typically you want to be able to see your clearance lights. They're the orange lights down the right-hand side or the road side of your caravan. The left-hand side, not quite as important as seeing down the whole side, but very important to be able to see where your wheel and the edge of the van is for when you're going around corners, that you're not hitting curbs as well. So we hope you've liked the video. We'll see you out there.